How's it going, everybody? I hope you're enjoying my channel so far. I have well over 250 videos now. So anyway, let's get on with the show, shall we? The fact of the matter is that we live comfortable lives right now, but when shit hits the fan, that goes bye-bye. So, and it will be a totally different world. So I suggest you get the most important thing you can get right now. It's not some fancy gun. It's not, 10-year supply of food, nor is it some, other fancy gadget, nor is it a car that can run without any, in the event of an EMP. It is not that. It is knowledge. Learn everything you can. Get a book on homesteading. I mean, we can't all homestead. For some of us who live in big cities or in, areas with a lot of trees, gardening is just not an option for some people. But if you read about it, you can learn. And it's more than just stocking up on seeds. You can't just throw a seed in the ground and wait for something to grow. You got to learn how to do it, and you can do it that way. Doing something is always better than doing nothing. If you can't practice it, read about it, learn about it, watch YouTube videos about it. Look up. A lot of preppers don't even know how to build a water purifier from scratch. Or a desalinizer. Look it up on YouTube. It's not that difficult. And it's like, there's always something you can do. Maybe you could learn how to reload ammo, make spent shell casings useful again for a second round. Pun intended. You can learn how to preserve food. You can learn how to, do other things like preserve food. You can learn marksmanship. You can learn how to garden. You can learn how to sew. You can learn how to repair vehicles. You can learn medical care. And also, there's just so much stuff, way more than I mentioned. Having a lot of knowledge is better than having a lot of stockpiled shit. And some people don't even really know how to stockpile right. Like, they'll get a whole bunch of guns but no magazines and very limited ammo for them. It's like, they have 10 guns and only one magazine for each. Come on. Anyway. And what's important is not always what's sexy. Learning how to purify water, that's not exactly sexy, but it is critically important. It is more important than being able to find food. Because you can only live a few days without water. You can only live a few weeks without food, but you can only live a few days without water. Water is so underrated, quite frankly, because we're used to just turning the faucet and getting it. And most of the times it's free. You don't even have to walk to a restaurant to pay for it to refill a water bottle. You can just go in the bathroom, turn the faucet, and turn the handle, and water comes out of the faucet. But we take fresh, clean drinking water for granted. And a lot of people are going to die because of contaminated water. And don't think you can just clean water by boiling it. Sure, you think, the pathogens are gone, but some people won't even do that. There's going to be so much nastiness in that water, chemicals like arsenic and so many other things. And boiling it will get rid of all that. Not. And remember, there's a lot of stuff in libraries, and libraries are generally go untouched as people forage for useless stuff like TVs and video game consoles. Stuff that's going to do them absolutely no good. And You can also do this by learning about people, like learning about what kind of threats, what kind of people you should have in your group, what kind of threats you'll face. And you should always be trying to look into skills to build and continually learn. Learn, if you can't learn before you stockpile, and if you can't stockpile, just keep learning. And that's what I do. I just research a lot, and I'm trying to extend that knowledge out to you to hopefully help people in their journey. It's like, think about a lot of different things. It's like sustainability. Learn about fertilizer. Learn about, a lot of different things. Learn about human predators. Learn woodworking skills, fire starting skills. Learn how to, construction skills. Just so many things. And learn about diseases. Learn about disease control and prevention. There are just so many things that make our society tick. And sadly, if shit hits the fan and the grid does go down, a lot of people are going to die. And I don't think, and personally I think 90% of Americans being dead by the end of the first year, I think it's a little exaggerated, but I have no doubt that if an EMP went off, or a zombie apocalypse happened, or whatever, if the grid went down, I have no doubt that the losses would be catastrophic. And again, there's a difference between what's cool and what's important. Always remember that. It's like there are going to be people who are dying from diseases. There are going to be people who are dying from bad water. There are going to be people that are dying from malnutrition. Just because it doesn't make a cool movie doesn't mean it can't kill you. In fact, it will probably, the more prolific killers will be something you didn't expect, something you didn't prepare, may not have prepared for, or your preps ran out for. Like, learn how to make soap. Simple skills like that can make you invaluable. And in a post-shit-hits-the-fan world, post-apocalyptic world, you want to be useful. Because you may be part of a prepper group now, but what if your group gets destroyed? What if your group gets wiped out and you and your family are the only few survivors and you need to find another community? They may need you might be able to get in if you have those skills. Like, hey, I can reload ammo, or hey, I can make soap. Hey, I'm a nurse. Hey, I know how to make antibiotics. Hey, I know how to farm. And all that stuff. There's just so many things, or maybe you're an electrician and you know how to fix wiring and you can get the electricity running up again. That would be a big one. If you could get people's electricity back, they would fucking love you. Trust me. I know I would. And I ain't no electrician either. But anyway, the fundamentals will never stop. You will always need to learn. The first thing you should always try to hoard or stockpile on is knowledge. Get books, get lots of them. Put them on your shelves, read them if you can, and if you don't have time, you can put them aside and they'll be there when the shit hits the fan. Well, I mean, look up edible plants. I mean, I've done it and I was amazed. I mean, where I live, kudzu is all around us. And every part of that plant, save the seeds, is edible. I mean, and it grows like a foot a day, sometimes. And it will literally grow faster than you can eat it. Now that is just wonderful. And there are a lot of different strategies you can employ. And just look at the options. Look at the area around you. What works in one area may not work in another, and vice versa. There's just so many intervals, and it's not worth your time to stockpile if you don't know how to use it. Learn about natural disasters, learn about earthquakes, learn about EMPs, and yes, even learn about the zombie apocalypse, learn about the military, learn about crime, learn about, serial killers and all that shit. Learn about everything. It's just amazing what is useful. Watch documentaries, hell, read fictional books, hell, watch a few TV shows. Now, not everything in those TV shows is accurate, but they can give you a good feel. Look at, look at the lives of homeless people. Talk to people. Learn from them. Find a mentor. And remember, you can never be completely prepared. Prepping never ends. It is never complete. There's always one more thing you can learn, and yes, one more thing you can get. And it's just never over. Don't try to be impressive. Try to be practical. It's not a TV show. It's not a video game. It's not even really it is a contest, but there's no blue ribbon at the end of it. Either you're alive or you're dead. Learn how to repair injuries. Learn how to treat infections. That sort of thing. And try to make yourself as well versed as possible. Get your family involved. And learn about things. Learn about flaws in your personality. We all have them that would be detrimental. And try to remedy those. In any case, this will conclude my video for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.